Amara wasn't looking for love, not after the heartbreak that left her guarded, wary, and more in love with solitude than people. Lagos was loud, fast, and unforgiving, but the quiet spots, like the dusty old bookshop tucked between two bakeries in Surulere, were where she found peace. That's where she first saw him. He stood in the corner aisle, reading a worn-out poetry collection. Tall, quiet, with a scar just below his left eyebrow, and the kind of eyes that seemed to carry stories. They didn't speak, not then, but every Saturday he was there, always at the same time, always with a different book. The third Saturday, he finally spoke. "You always was go for stories with sad ending," he said, nodding at the book in her hand. "And you always go for books no one else touches," she replied, not smiling but not cold. That was the beginning. His name was Kelechi, a traveler, he said, a writer, a man who had seen too many cities but called nowhere home. They started talking after that books, life, pain, healing. Slowly, that became their rhythm. Side comments, eye contact, laughter over coffee. They never exchanged too much, no deep past, no future plans, just the present. And yet, in that simplicity, Amara felt something begin to shift in her. Walls started to lower, smiles came easier. Her heart, which had long stopped hoping, began to feel. Amara found herself waiting for Saturdays, for him, for the warmth she hadn't realized she'd started to crave again. They went from the bookshop to cafes, from laughter to long walks. He never pressured her, never crossed lines. He listened. He remembered things she said in passing. He respected the silences. And then, one day he was gone. No warning, no goodbye, just silence. She was devastated, but not in the way heartbreak usually feels. It was emptier, more confusing. How do you mourn someone who was never fully yours? Months passed, a year almost. The bookshop owner said he never came back. His phone number didn't connect. Amara searched for weeks online, through mutuals, anything, but there was no trace of him. It was like he'd never existed. She grieved a stranger she had come to love, and then she moved on slowly, painfully. She slowly stitched her heart back together. She launched her fashion line, focused on healing. Still, every time she passed that bookstore, she paused, just in case. A year passed. She was in Abuja for a friend's wedding when she wandered into a bookstore to kill time. There, in the corner aisle, stood Kelechi, holding a new book of poetry. Their eyes met. Time froze. He looked the same, older maybe, sadder. "I didn't mean to hurt you," he said. "I left because I had things I wasn't ready to face, things I didn't want to drag you into." "What things?" she asked, trembling. "You could have said goodbye," she replied, heart pounding. He sighed. "I was dealing with PTSD from something that happened years ago abroad. Therapy finally helped. But back then, I didn't know how to stay or how to explain." She didn't reply right away. The ache in her chest returned, but it wasn't anger anymore. It was the ache of unfinished love. "I waited," she whispered. "I hoped you would forget me," he said. "But never forgot you." He handed her a new poetry book. Inside was a note. "If love gives us a second chance, this time, I'll stay. I'll explain. I'll fight for it." She closed the book gently, looked at him. "You don't get to run again," she said. "I don't want to," he replied. And just like that, love returned, not with fireworks but with honesty, healing, and the courage to begin again. And maybe, just maybe, love deserved a second chance.